I hope this is working. Hi, Shani Fannies. Welcome to Educating Shani. I'm Shani and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi, Shani. Hi. Okay, so we just got back from Danny's grandma's funeral, and I am extremely exhausted. So is Danny. It's funny what emotions can take out of you and make your. I can't talk today, by the way, so this is gonna go great. Anyway. I'm a mess today. Okay, let me tell you about today. So, everything was great. The funeral was so great and so precious and so lovely and so sweet. Um, for those of you that don't know, Danny's grandma passed away and we had her funeral today. I was going to sing, but I decided not to after all because I had been fainting all day yesterday and once today. So we decided that it might be better to just not sing because the nerves that come with it and the breathing, I just was not feeling well enough. So, but that's okay because I kind of think it sounded better with just Shannon singing, our cousin Shannon. By the way, if you're wondering about my tooth, I will explain in a minute. Keep staring. You're gonna see this for a while. Isn't that fun news? What was I talking about? I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, so anyway, so the funeral was great. It was very sweet. It was very short and sweet and to the point, which is how Grandma wanted it. So I feel like, that was honored. So that was really sweet. But so Danny and I get to the gravesite, and we had just dedicated the grave and said the prayer and all the things. And we're out there in the hot, sweaty sun. I'm already about to faint because heat amplifies my problems by 10. And I was already about to faint and I was feeling really sick. And then all of a sudden, TMI warning, my tampon decides to leak. At the grave site, and I don't have a pad on, I had a tampon, but it bled through it. Got all over my underwear, got all over my dress. So we had to run home and change my clothes before the luncheon. So that was really fun. Just gonna say it. I am so tired if you can't tell. Anyway, so that was fun. So that's great. What is this video? Oh my gosh, I'm a mess right now. I can't even think right now. I have the biggest headache. It's not even funny. I'm just been crying and not sleeping and stressing and laughing and having the fun times of the places. But what was I gonna tell you? Oh, I was gonna tell you about my tooth. That's what it is. Okay, so if you came here for the tooth story, now I'm gonna start it 4 minutes later almost. Okay, so once upon a time, about, I don't know, when was it? Maybe a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. For those of you that don't know, I have dentures. These are fake teeth. These ones are fake too, but they don't come out. They do, but not easily like that. They're kind of screwed in there. Anyway, I'm going to be getting my permanent dentures soon, which is where they're going to kind of screw them right into my poles that you saw under here. So they're going to screw real teeth, well, not real teeth, but normal teeth in there and put some in between. And they're going to do that on the bottom too. So these dentures that I have were supposed to be temporary, so like 6 months. I've had these dentures for almost a year and a half. So they're way past their prime. They were not made to last this long anyway, but whatever. Anyway, so one day I was trying to open a bottle of Citrusel, which is like a vitamin. You don't need to know that. Why do I always put these like stupid details into stories that nobody cares about? I'm extremely tired. So anyway, I was trying to bite like the seal of the pill bottle thing that was glued to the seal, where you have to like try and pick it off, but it won't come off. So sometimes you're just like to do that. So I did that and it broke the tooth off. So that was like 6 weeks ago, I think. And since then, luckily it was a very clean break, as you can see. And so if I had that tooth, then I would be able to just place it right in there. And that's how it's been for weeks. And a lot of you probably didn't even know that, but that's how it's been for weeks. It'll just sit there while I talk, and while I drink is fine. Talking and drinking is totally fine, but eating makes it come out. So there have been a few times where I swallowed my tooth, and I knew that I swallowed my tooth, and I feel like I should put a trigger. I will put a trigger warning, although I don't feel like I need to. Honestly, this is not bulimia, but I will just in case. The 2 or 3 times that I swallowed my tooth, 3 times I purged it back up to get my tooth back because I knew it would cost $400 to replace that one little tooth at least, and I knew that I was getting my permanent soon anyway. So yeah, so I promise you it wasn't bulimic. Like I barely even had anything in me. I just needed to get the tooth out. However, last night, I'm looking around for my tooth and it's not in the place where I normally put it. I'm very careful about my tooth. I take it out. I only put it in to make videos, or if I'm going somewhere and I'm going to see people. And then I'm always very careful about taking it back out and putting it in a safe place so that I don't accidentally swallow it or forget about it. So anyway, I couldn't find it anywhere last night. We turned the whole house upside down looking for this tiny little tooth. It was like a tiny little needle tooth in the haystack of our homes, in our hearts. What is the meaning of life? So anyway, we couldn't find the tooth, and I'm assuming I swallowed it again yesterday. So this is what you get to look at for the next few weeks at least, probably a couple months. So what do we think? So pretty. I really wish I could edit this because I'm kind of acting like an idiot. We're only at 7.5 minutes. Dang it, I wanted to give you like a full video. Well, what can I do now? I know what I can do. I can read some questions from like 3 weeks ago. I asked you guys to leave me questions on Instagram. So let's go answer a couple of them because I never did it. So I'll do some of them now. How about that? Beardy and Kitty Mama said, how do you feel about the pro Anna and pro Mia communities on Tumblr? I don't know what Tumblr is. I mean, I have an idea. I'm sure it's another social media thing. I don't know. I'm really old, but all pro Anna, pro Mia stuff pisses me off. So my opinion is the same. I will say though that most of those people are obviously very, very ill and very, very in a very, very dark place to be doing that, and that kind of makes me feel more sad for them than I am mad at them for doing that. But that doesn't mean I'm not mad. I'm very mad because so many young girls go to those and boys go to those websites to look for thin inspiration and stuff like that. Yeah, so I don't know about the Tumblr one. I'm not exactly sure what Tumblr is, but I just think that it's sad when that happens, and I think it's sad when, I see it. I even see it happening on on my Insta story. Like there are a few of you that I follow, and I'll see these things on your stories that are very, very kind of pro eating disorder and pro self-harm, and it just makes me so, so sad because I've been there, and I've been in a place where I didn't care if I was hurting anyone, but I also didn't care if I was hurting myself. And if anything I could do to make myself lose weight or whatever, I would do it. And so there was a time in my life where I would go to those websites, the Pro Anna, Pro Mia, and those images will be burned in my brain forever. And they just feel, not because of the people in the images, just the idea behind it and the thought behind it just feels so evil to me. And that's what Ed is to me. I've said this a bajillion times, that Ed is literally the devil's shit. And so he's like as evil can get, in my opinion. So that's really fun. So no, I don't like it, even though I don't know what Tumblr is. I just don't like pro-anapromia. I like what I do. I like what other people in our community do, which is we try and bring awareness to the hard things, which some people can sometimes get confused and think that we're being pro-anapromia because we're sharing what it's like and what we go through and things like that. But really what it's doing is raising awareness, and we are always, those of us that do are always like showing the consequences of it, most importantly, and showing what we learn from it and stuff. So there's a big difference between showing to raise awareness and to share how you got through it, to try and help people to not feel alone, to try and inspire them to start their own journey of recovery, those kinds of things. It's just sad when it's like, oh my gosh, let me tell you how to get skinny today, and let me tell you how to cut yourself, and let me tell you how to hide it from your family so that you never get caught. Like, that to me is just so sad, like so sad. So okay, let's find another question. I am so tired. I got up at like 6 this morning because I just couldn't even sleep, and I didn't get to sleep till like 2 in the morning, and then I've been going all day. So for me, that's a big deal. Okay, let's find another question. By the way, guys, a long time ago on my channel, like near the beginning, I used to do unedited Q&As, which is basically what you're seeing right here. And I could do those for hours if I wanted. So if you guys would like to see that, I could literally answer every question in however long it takes, or every question I feel comfortable anyway. So think about that. Let me know in the comments if you're okay seeing like hour-long Q&As like I used to do. I'm totally fine doing that, but as long as they're unedited. Because editing an hour-long Q&A would take like 9 hours. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I would do it, but it just, I miss the old days, because I would like fill in the space while I was looking for another question. I would fill in the awkward space by singing poop songs to you. So I'm sure that's what you guys want to see again. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that again. All right, let's find another questions. Ooh, this is a good one. I don't know if I've talked about this for a while. I don't know. Chloe the Socialist said, what are you most insecure about? This is a big one. I have a lot of insecurities, obviously. My teeth are obviously one. My biggest insecurity about my body are my arms. My arms are my biggest insecurity. And my, you're not gonna believe me, but my hair. Not my hair, but my hairline. I am balding, and it makes me feel very insecure. And so like whenever I wear my hair up, which I do a lot, because I don't like it to be in my face, but I do like it to be out somehow. So like I'll do it half up or whatever. And yeah, I'm very insecure about that. So I think my arms, because my arms are really large. But look forward, because I am doing a very special song for you coming up that has to do with facing my insecurities. I was not supposed to tell you that. Not that it's a secret, not that I'm like working on it with someone. Like literally it will be a song of me singing on my toilet like usual. But this is an idea I haven't even told Danny yet, so we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know when that's up. Okay. Let's see. These are good questions. What should I sing? Where I think. Okay. Man, these are good questions. I should really do a full Q&A because these are really good questions. Okay, Break for Turmoil said, have you ever struggled with exercise addiction or orthorexia? If so, how did you manage? So I did, very briefly, and by briefly I mean maybe 3 months, maybe. And it's funny because when we first, I honestly thought that I was okay. I didn't consider it an eating disorder because I didn't know about it. I had no idea that that was an eating disorder. So I kind of fell into it because we moved in with my mom and my stepdad about 9 years ago, and we lived there till just a year ago, as you all know. Um, and when we very first moved in there, it was because obviously my eating disorder was out of control, but also I was extremely suicidal. And Danny didn't feel comfortable leaving me at home alone anymore. So we moved in so that I could be with, have my mom upstairs and my stepdad so that I would never be alone. Or if I passed out, I wouldn't be alone. So we moved in there for that. And one of the, at the beginning, it just was so important to me, and off and on it was important, but at the very beginning I remember thinking, I'm never going to throw up in that house. Once we move in, I'm going to do my best to not hurt myself, not self-destruct, not do any binging and purging, anything like that. And so we moved in, and they've got this like beautiful exercise room. Not beautiful. Is there such thing as a beautiful exercise room? They should make exercise rooms beautiful. Like with flowers. So anyway, they had all that exercise equipment, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop binging and purging. But then I exercised all day, every day, and ate very small meals. So, and by small I mean like 100-calorie meals. Trigger warning. This whole video should be a trigger warning. I'll put that in the title. Anyway, so yeah, for me, I didn't have it long. For me, honestly, this is so sucky, but it's true. The only reason I fell out of orthorexia is because I fell back into bulimia. That's the only reason, and that sucks. So I guess I don't really have an answer of how to get over it because I didn't. So I don't know. Anyway. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to say today. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. It's rare that I ask you for that. I don't know why I just asked you that, but I did. So there you go. Again, if you'd like to see me do more unedited Q&As like that, but for a long time, tell me below, because those are very easy to do. And so I could do those more often, or I could post videos more often if I do that, because on my, in between days when I'm editing every other video, it's very easy to just record this and upload it. So let me know what you think about that. And yeah, so I love you guys. Thanks again for all of your support. Danny says thank you. Danny's family says thank you. They really appreciate your condolences and your prayers. It really, really means a lot to them that you guys are so sweet. And Angela, if you're watching, you're probably not, but thank you again for helping us today and for playing such beautiful music at the funeral. It was so, so, so lovely. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to tell you right now, so here we go. What was I going for with that? You know what it was? It's because I always do this, like to show off my pretty face, and so maybe I was doing it to show off my teeth. That's just embarrassing. I'm gonna go to bed. I love you guys. I'll see you probably tomorrow. So remember forever and always that you're beautiful, you're worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye.